Hello, strangers. We're back. It's been a while. um, yeah, as people might have noticed on my channel, I didn't do SmackDown or Saturday Night event reviews because, like you know, on the channel, like people wondering, probably wondering where the last two shows on the channel. I was actually away for the weekend. I went to a concert in Albany, so it was like a it was like a 3-hour drive Friday night. Then we took a 3-hour drive home Sunday morning. So I saw SmackDown Saturday Night event on my phone. I watched it on my phone in a hotel room. So I didn't have my PlayStation with me to record. So if you guys are wondering, that's why we didn't do those two shows, because I just wasn't home. I basically went away for the weekend. That's why I wanted to do this show though. But fair warning, if I sound a little like sniffly or like if I sound a little under the weather, that's because I am. For those who don't, I know this guy knows, but for like people who are going to be listening to this, if I sound a little not normal, that's why. Because I think I'm getting sick. My throat's killing me and my nose is stuffy. So if it comes off, my voice sounds a little stuffy and annoying on throughout the episode, I apologize in advance. I think I'm getting sick. So yeah, just wanted to say that real quick. I'm ready to start. Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta put the first match together now then. Okay, it's first match. Okay, so while I was thinking of this match, my game actually froze during the entrances. So if you guys, while we're talking during the matches, if you start to get laggy at all, I don't know what's going on. My game froze. I don't know why. I'm in single player. I'm not online. I don't know why it's freezing, but yeah, just so you guys know, that's what's happening. But anyway, this is the first match. It's a non-title tag team, well, not world tag team title match. They said that in commentary, but it's not for the tag titles. Divisions, Bron Breakker, Austin Theory, the world tag champs, have tag match against the long-lived tag team that have been a tag team for years. Dragon Lee and JeVon Evans. I'm being sarcastic. These are two singles guys that are just put together in a random match for no reason. Don't know why this happened. JeVon Evans and Dragon Lee have never teamed ever. Don't know why they were a team in this. This made absolutely no sense to me at all. Last week, they were both in a gauntlet match for the Intercontinental title shot at SummerSlam. Now they're a tag team. How the hell did we get here? Also, poor Bron Breakker. Earlier this year, Bron Breakker, I remember he was in a World Heavyweight title match against CM Punk, and we were predicting that Bron was going to win the Royal Rumble. Now, he's stuck in a tag team in the division, and he's not even the main character of the group anymore. Austin Theory and Maxxine Dupri are now. Maxxine and Theory are the main characters of this group now. Bron Breakker is literally the background character now. What happened to his push? What are we doing with him? Just like Gunther, Bron's aura's gone. Bron doesn't feel special anymore. Just like Gunther on SmackDown. Bron's busy having the same problem on Raw at the moment. It's kind of annoying because from where he came from to where he is now. Pisses me off. He's a champion, but he was a singles guy. Why is he in the background of the tag team now? It's annoying. But anyway, positives. They got the win. I mean, they're the tag team champions. Of course they did. They got the win. After the match, Alpha Academy came out, both of them, Otis and Akira Tozawa, because they're still feuding because of Maxxine. They came out and tried to attack Division, but Division beat them up and stood tall. So I have a feeling this is leading to a tag team title match at SummerSlam. Because I don't know where else this would be going, this feud. They're clearly feuding over Maxxine. I don't know where else this would be going other than Bron and Theory defending the titles against Alpha Academy at SummerSlam. That has to be where this is going. Where else would this be going? Right? It's got to be there. It's got to be happening there. I think also Otis is from there too. So it'll be a big hometown crowd for Otis. I think they're where are they at? They're in SummerSlam. I think it's in Minneapolis. Yeah, Otis is, I think he's from Minneapolis or something. Same thing with Tiffany Stratton. So they already got two hometown people on the card now. Well, they will if Otis is on there. Tiffany's not Lara match for SmackDown, but Otis, we'll see. But yeah, that was the segment. Anything you want to say about it?
No, not really.
Poor Bron Breakker. Where did we go wrong? Anyway. What happened next? Okay. Next thing. Oh, by the way, they lied on the website. For those who don't know, they actually announced Seth Rollins was kicking off the show, and then this happened. This kicked off instead, so they lied. But yeah. Then backstage, the Judgment Day, well, Raquel and Roxanne were on the show, but Dominic, JD, and Liv Morgan were. Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough, and Liv Morgan were all in the back threatening Danhausen. They had him against the wall threatening him. Dominic threatens to break his jaw, and Danhausen says, "That's okay. I'll just go find it myself." He says, "I'll go find the money." He's just like, he just wants to get away from here. And then Liv just spits at him, and Danhausen walks away. Then there's a video package. Just this time, it's very clearly Big Cass. Last week, there was a video of a mysterious shadowy figure of a man, and it said August 3rd, which, by the way, August 3rd is the Raw after SummerSlam. I looked it up. And we didn't know who the person was. This week, there was a second video of the same person, and this time, it showed Big Cass's face, it showed Big Cass talking, and it literally said Big Cass on the screen. So, if it wasn't confirmed enough already in this video, Big Cass is coming back on the Raw after SummerSlam. It wasn't confirmed enough already in this video. He's coming back on the Raw after SummerSlam, which is August 3rd, which is the date they showed that in the video. So it shows 8/3, August 3rd, and that's the Raw after SummerSlam. So he's most basically there to confirm he's coming back on that show. It's cool. I liked how he actually had a really good promo in the video too. He was basically saying talking about his personal issues that ended his last WWE run. Basically, all I'm gonna say is it was politics. That's all I know about it. Actually, that was the year I started watching when he actually got released. I actually remember his last match because I saw it live. He lost to Daniel Bryan in Money in the Bank. That was his last match. I remember it still because that was like the first month I was watching. He got released literally the first month I was watching. I remember the exact night. Daniel Bryan versus him, Money in the Bank, and Daniel Bryan beat him. And then the next week, he was gone from the company. He got released.
Yeah, because he heard you're watching.
Yeah.
He figured what's best way to get fired, talk about politics.
Yes. And then but Enzo actually was gone before that, so I never saw Enzo live. I've only seen Big Cass live because Enzo got released before I started watching. Then Big Cass became Big Bill in AEW. Didn't see much success, besides a little team up with Jericho. Now he's gone from AEW and coming back here. He's Big Cass again. Big Bill is dead. But yeah. For now, yeah. Then Danhausen's coming out to make his entrance. He's holding a bag, which most likely is the human monies that JD McDonough is demanding back. And Danhausen, he greets Detroit. He says, "Greetings, Detroit Housens." And he says, he thought he took care of Judgment Day at Saturday main event. However, they still want their human monies back. That's causing him quite a problem. He doesn't want the money. He just wants Judgment Day to have it. So let's give it to the fan Housens. And then, of course, Judgment Day come out. The same three, Dominic, Liv, and JD. They all just demand the money back and start yelling at him. He curses all three of them and makes a break for it. But they grab him and basically they start beating him up. Liv's just talking trash as JD and Dom are stepping on him. And then your favorite guy on the roster, Joe Henry, makes the save. Joe Henry runs out and he beats up Dom and JD. And as he's beating him up, Liv Morgan grabs the bag of monies and runs away. He escapes with it while they're getting beat up. And then Joe Henry helps Danhausen back to his feet housing. I just made that off the top of my head. Now was that? Anything you want to say about that?
No, not really.
It was just comedy stuff. It's Danhausen stuff. This was cool. Next thing, they've been having they actually started doing these last week. There's been these little videos they've been showing of the history of the rivalry between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. They've been doing these little videos for them because they have so much history together for years and years and years of history. But they've been showing it in videos. They showed 2 last week and 2 tonight, basically. I'm assuming they're going to show 2 more next week because next week's the final Raw. Next week is literally SummerSlam week. So next week's Raw will probably be the final too. Because next week is the Raw before SummerSlam because SummerSlam's literally next weekend. So. This video for them, this is the third one in total. It's basically just, they're talking basically this video is mainly talking about Seth Rollins' cash and Money in the Bank cashing on Roman and Brock. That's basically what this one was about. Way back in 2015, over 10 years ago. Crazy how far back their history goes. It's insane. That was over 10 years ago. Crazy.
Yeah.
Then we go to the back, and the Judgment Day are celebrating at the money for Adam Pearce, the Raw GM. Pearce says he's sick of it, and Danhausen and Joe Hendry come in. Pearce tells JD to take his money and leave, and JD opens the bag to find that it's full of Danhausen bucks. So it's not actually his money. And JD gets angry and throws the bag away. But he throws it into the face of Obafemi, who's standing right behind him. And Oba says, "Is that yours?" And JD says, "No, it's Danhausen's." They go back and forth, they bicker, and Pearce says, "All right, you know what, to settle this, we're going to have Obafemi versus JD McDonough right now." And when I saw that, I was like, JD McDonough is dead. And Judgment Day are like, that's not fair. And Pearce is like, "You're right. So tonight we're going to have Joe Henry versus Don Castillo as well." And that was it. Now I gotta set up the next match. You know what? It's not even worth setting up. It's such a short match. I'm not even gonna do it. Because what's the point of me starting the match if it was literally like less than a minute long?
Then don't.
That's what I'm saying. It's not even worth setting up because it's like less than a minute long. So I can literally explain this match in less than a minute. Literally, Oba just beats JD. Oba gets on the camera and says, "No more BS. Brock, I'll see you at SummerSlam." That's literally it. That's why I want to say it, but that's really all there is to say about the match. It was just to give Oba a win on the show, because Brock wasn't on the show. In other words, Brock couldn't make it, so Oba got a win. That's what it was, basically. This next thing I'll set up, though, because this was a big promo. This long promo. This next one I'll set up. All right. The next thing. So Solo Sikoa comes out with a microphone. This promo here is basically, to me, him officially turning babyface, because this was a very babyface promo for Solo. He was warning Seth Rollins about Roman. Like that's not what the heel does. So, and he's teaming up two faces at SummerSlam in a 6-man tag. If Royce Keith no night. So Solo's definitely a babyface now, which I was saying to you off camera before. It's nice to see to me personally, because like, when Solo started his own group, when he started the NFTs, it was okay, but like to me, he just felt like Timu Roman, Walmart Roman. Solo just feels like they were trying to make him a mini Roman, basically what they were doing of him, and it was stupid because it's like he doesn't need that. That's Roman's thing, and Solo's like actually kind of funny. When he does, like, he makes fun of people, he does the Oba strut, like, he'll make fun of people in the ring, do funny faces. Like, Solo Sikoa is actually a funny dude. I've been saying this to Anthony for a while. If Solo ever turns babyface, he can become very over because of his goofiness. Yeah. I think he'll be a very over babyface because of how funny he can be. So I'm actually kind of glad he turned face. I think it's needed for his character too. I think he needs something fresh. He was getting a little stale. He needs something fresh. So I'm actually happy that they turned him. I'm enjoying it. This was good. This was a great promo we cut too. I'll start explaining it now. Solo comes out and he says he's not even supposed to be here today because he's from SmackDown, but he has a proposal to make, and he tells Seth Rollins to come out here. So Seth Rollins comes out. Seth gets in Solo's face and says, "Since you don't go here, you're welcome to Monday Night Rollins. And since you're on Seth's show, what can he do for you?" And he says, "Are we talking or are we fighting?" And and the crowd was chanting fight, but then Solo says, no, I'm not here to fight, I'm here to talk. And he asks Seth to hear him out. He says he knows he's focused on getting ready for Roman at SummerSlam, but Seth Rollins needs to understand it's not going to be a one-on-one. It's Seth versus the whole damn bloodline, 4 against 1. And Solo knows what they're going to do because he was a part of them for years. They're going to make sure Seth doesn't have a chance at SummerSlam, but it's got to be like that. And Solo says, he calls Seth out here to offer to watch his back at SummerSlam. And Seth talks down. He says, I'll admit you have a lot of good points. You're right about Roman and the bloodline, and that maybe working together could mean something special. He tells Solo he wants to think about it and goes to leave it. And Solo runs back toward him and says, "No, there's nothing to think about. It's written on the walls." And he says he wants to do for Seth Rollins what Seth did for Cody years ago when Cody finished his story. So basically, when Cody finished his story against Roman at Mania, Seth Rollins was his shield. Basically, he was protecting Cody. Basically, Solo wants to protect Seth the same way against Roman, pretty much. And then, as he says that, Jacob Fatu enters, chases Solo away, and as he's chasing Solo away, Seth takes advantage and super kicks Jacob in the face and leaves him on the ground. And that was the end of the segment. Anything you want to say about that?
No, it was a pretty good promo.
Yeah, Solo's really good on the mic, actually, when he wants to be. When he's locked in, he's really good.
Yeah.
Alright, I got the next match now. Alright, this next match is a tag match. So, as we saw last week, Chad Gable won a gauntlet match, number 1 contender match for Penta. He's fighting Penta for the Intercontinental title at SummerSlam. So, tonight was basically them teaming up on a tag match. It's because they got respect, they're both babyfaces now. Chad's a babyface now, Penta has been a babyface, so they just got respect now. So they teamed against the new heel team, tag team, kind of Rusev and Ethan Page. They're not like an official team, but they teamed a couple of times together. So it was Ethan Page and Rusev fighting Penta and Chad Gable. I'm mixed on the winner of this match. I have mixed feelings on it. It's cool seeing Penta and Chad Gable was the right choice because it's the champion and the challenger at SummerSlam. So like they should be both getting wins to look strong. One's the champion, one's the one challenging the champion. But I also feel bad for Rusev, who's been nothing but taking losses, and Ethan Page, who's a new star on the roster, also taking losses. Ethan Page had a very successful NXT run. On Raw so far, he started off hot, but he cooled off quite a lot. It started off great, but he cooled off a little bit. He's still getting pushed, but it's definitely not as much as it was when he first got called up.
Yeah.
Good match though. I still think it's the right winner. I just feel bad for Ethan and Rusev. It's still the right winner because Penta and Chad Gable won. That's the champion and the challenger. They shouldn't be, neither of them should be losing, so it makes sense. And yeah, they just won the match. This was just like the storyline between the two of them. I have a feeling they're gonna have like their an actual promo next week, since next week's the final Raw before the show, and they're fighting next weekend at SummerSlam. But next week will probably be like the final face-to-face with the two of them. I do think Chad Gable will be winning the belt because after the Americano stuff, they seem very high on him now. I think he's winning the belt from Penta at SummerSlam. Early prediction. Yeah, and then maybe Penta goes to AAA and reunites with his brother or something. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know what else there is for him. Unless he goes to the world title. I wouldn't mind Penta versus Roman. That could be fun. Yeah. Or Penta versus Seth, if Seth wins it. But I don't think he will. But, yeah. That was it for this tag, man. Anything you want to say about it?
No.
It was good. All 4 of them were good in the ring. Yeah. It was a fun match. That's all I can say about it.
There's the tag.
Alright. The next thing was just another video, another one of those Roman and Seth rivalry history videos. This one was about Money in the Bank 2016, and they very carefully didn't mention Jon Moxley at all, Dean Ambrose, because this was the night where they all cashed in on each other in the same night. Basically, no, not cashed in. It was the night where they were all world champion in one night. This is like a famous thing, like in Shield history. It was just on this night, Money in the Bank 2016, all 3 of them were world champions in the same night. Because basically what happened was, Roman went in as the champion, Seth won the belt from him, then Dean cashed in and won the belt from Seth. So Roman had, Seth had, Dean had, they all won the world title on the same night. So it was like a history-making moment. They all were world champion at the same time, in the same night. All 3 of them. But they very carefully did not mention Dean at all. They just mentioned Seth beat Roman for the belt. And they didn't mention Dean's cashing at all. So he's erased from history, I guess. Which is stupid. And they were showing clips of the Shield, but noticeably, no Dean Ambrose. They did show Roman and Seth in the Shield vests. They showed one clip of Dean when they reunited, like after the leukemia stuff. When Roman came back, it showed them. They showed all 3 of them doing the Shield fist. Other than that one clip, it was mostly just Roman and Seth, and they weren't showing. They were trying really hard to not show Dean's face, which pisses me off because you're erasing history. I don't care if he's in AEW. He's part of your history. Don't ignore him. He was there. Yeah. Then after that, though. Oh wait, after that, and sets in the back. He confronts Jacob. He's saying, "Will you get services as the bag boy when I beat Roman?" And Jacob just gets all angry and walks away. Then we get this. Okay, this next thing was, whew, this thing was awesome. We get like a pre-tape promo from Paul Heyman. This was really good. He really hyped up the match. Since Brock wasn't on the show, Paul did the work for him. Paul, a pre-tape promo, Paul Heyman. And he's pretty much talking about. It's kind of the same stuff he's been saying every week, but like the way Paul says it, but he's so good, he gets me hyped anyway. He's just pretty much going over how Brock's the Brock-Dagon, the Beast, you know, that just making all nicknames for him, and he was saying how Brock's undefeated in Hell in a Cell. He's never lost a Hell in a Cell match, which is crazy to me.
Some say it might be a streak.
It is, and it's going to be broken because I think Otis winning the match. I think it's going to be broken, the streak. The streak is over. And
just
what?
Just like he broke Undertaker, someone's gonna break his.
Yeah, passing the torch. Brock's gonna lose his streak now. Exactly. Yeah. I don't have the whole promo in front of me, so I can't go over everything. It was a long it was a Paul Heyman promo. Just look it up. It was a classic Paul Heyman promo, just him being awesome like always. The main gist of it was pretty much he talks about how dangerous Hell in a Cell is and that Obafemi is overrated. Yes, he actually said that. That was only a cringy part of the whole thing. And also Brock is undefeated in Hell in a Cell. That's basically all he said. Then we get yet another Roman Seth video. This was the final one though tonight. This one's about the reunion of the Shield, with both Seth and Roman saying it shouldn't have happened. They basically are both saying we should have never reunited because like we're above that now and stuff. Or they were saying. Because now they're arch enemies and it should have never happened, basically. Now I guess have the next match. Alright, so next. Joe Henry, the match was set earlier, him versus Don Mysterio, with Liv Morgan at ringside for him. Originally I was thinking on the show, man, Liv Morgan is the women's world champion. She's going to be fighting Io next weekend, and Io's not even here, but then she came to the match. I was like, okay, thank God they actually are continuing that feud, because it would have been stupid if they didn't have it being built more this week when she's the world champion. But no, Io came out during this. Basically, it was a solid match, and toward the end, basically, Danhausen comes out, and Liv punches him in the face, and he backs off. But then he comes back in a Danhausen mobile, and he brought Io Sky with him. Io's in the Danhausen mobile with him. They're coming out together, and Io basically does like a moonsault off the top rope onto Liv and gets her out because she was trying to distract Joe Henry. So Io took care of that. And because of that distraction, Joe Henry pins Dominic for the win. They're furthering the Joe Henry Dominic stuff, and then also furthering Liv and Io's feud at ringside, basically. There was also no Roxanne Perez or Raquel Rodriguez on the show. It was like for Judgment Day. It was just Dom, JD, and Liv on the whole show, pretty much. That was that. And then Joe Henry did this smile pose with Danhausen. It was whatever. Like, some people found it funny, probably. I thought it was stupid. Like, them together, I mean. I like them both separately. I think they're a dumb team, though. But, yeah, that's just me. Then after the commercial, they confirmed on commentary next week for SummerSlam, now confirmed that Danhausen versus Don Mysterio. They wanted to get Danhausen on the SummerSlam card. He's fighting Dirty Dom on the card. Confirmed. And now we get to the main event, promo and match, which I gotta go set up now. Okay, this is the last thing of the show. Guys, this is the main event. Before the match is actually a promo. This man, the LA Nightman, I'm with all you guys that have been whining to see him get a mega push the last like 3 years straight. I'm with you. This guy has been cutting some fantastic promos every week on the show. I don't know what's been getting into him, but he's been cutting some great stuff. This man, like, for real this time, WWE and TKO, Triple H, anyone who's listening, this is the time. We've been saying that for years now. But like, this is actually the time, like for real this time. This dude needs to get a push because look how good he is. He's still so good. Man, his promo work. Imagine that as champion. Oh my god. He needs to be Roman. I truly feel that way. If it's not Oba or Seth, Knight's my next choice. He needs to win the belt from Roman.
Yeah.
But yeah. This is another, once again, another slam dunk promo of his. So basically, he comes out before the match. He's fighting Jacob Fatu in the main event, but before that, LNA has a promo first. He says, 1 week away from SummerSlam, and he, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys are going to team against the Usos and Jacob Fatu in a 6-man tag match. But Solo came out here tonight talking about helping Seth right after LNA said it's hard to trust Solo. So Solo, basically he's saying like I already told you, Solo, it's hard to trust you because your history with the bloodline, and now you're going out earlier and warning Seth Rollins. What's wrong with you? And he says Roman versus Seth at SummerSlam makes him sick. And he says, I don't blame you guys for chanting OTC. Roman's conned you fans so bad, coming out here year after year, begging for people, please like me. And people booed him year after year until he finally figured something out. And Knight walked in the door day one being what he wanted to be. And day one, he was getting cheers and people loved him. Not only is he everything Roman wanted to be, he's everything everyone in the back wanted Roman to be, but he couldn't. That is a fantastic line. And that feels like off script. It's so true. That's how everyone in the back wanted Roman to be. Vince.
Yeah.
That's how they want him to be. They want him to be beloved like LA Knight. That is so true. That was a fantastic line. And then he says, but as much as he can't stand Roman or Seth, Solo Sikoa is focused on the wrong thing. He wants to help Seth Rollins. No, it's a bridge too far to go help a cross-eyed half-wit like Seth Rollins against the Bloodline. I'm reading off Google the full promo, so I don't remember it all. That's why I'm saying stuff like that. He said all of this. And he says Jacob Fatu's Mortal Kombat music's gonna play, and he's gonna come test his might. But whatever he does, he can't stop LA Knight. That was actually a good rhyme. That actually wasn't cringe. And he says you can have your little shakes because he's making Jacob's little like crazy shaking I'm a psychopath thing he does. He's like you can have your little shakes. He's got the cure, smacking you back to factory settings. The whole time it's going down. The soundtrack is the same all around the world. If everybody's saying L.A. Knight, yeah. Now it's the promo. Awesome stuff. The whole part was talking about Roman. Like it was the best part of it all, about how like Knight's beloved like Roman wanted for so many years, went the back line for so many years. Like he's what everyone wanted Roman to be. Like, that was a fantastic promo. This is so true. I don't even know if this is him in character or him in real life because he's spitting facts. That felt like off script. I don't know. It's true. It's not. That's why I feel like it's off script. Anyway, that was the promo. Before I get to the match, what did you think of that awesome promo? Anything you want to say about it?
It was good.
Oh yeah. I'm already spectating the match. I don't gotta set up, so we can just go right into it. Now, then Jacob Fatu comes out and the match starts. LNA versus Jacob Fatu. Pretty solid match. Seen them fight before in the past. It was solid. Then toward the end is where the chaos starts. Toward the end, Jimmy Uso comes out to try to give Jacob a little pep talk. Then Solo Sikoa appears behind Jimmy and attacks him. Samoan Spike. And Jacob takes Solo out though. And then Jimmy Uso gets back up and distracts the ref, and Royce Keys shows up and beats Jimmy down. Then we get the return of divorced husband, main event Jey Uso. He's back. Jey runs out to a huge pop because people love eating. Because he hasn't been here in a couple weeks, so he got a huge pop. Jey entered, lays out Royce Keys with a bunch of super kicks. Then Knight takes Jey out. Jacob hits LA Knight with a drop kick and a Samoan drop, and then Jacob wins the match, which I don't think either of these guys should have lost. I think they both needed the win, so I just wouldn't have booked the match because neither of them should be losing. LA Knight, I like, it annoys me because like he just had this fantastic promo and then he just loses. That's what pissed me off about this. I'm not mad at Jacob won, but I'm mad that Knight lost. Does that make sense? Like, I love them both. I'm a fan of both. I'm happy Jacob won, but mad Knight lost, basically. Because he just had this great promo and then he just loses. That's what annoyed me about it. So Jacob wins. After the match, Solo Sikoa runs back in to attack Jacob. Jimmy runs into attack Solo. Jay hits Solo with a spear. Jay's terrible spear. And Royce Keys knocks both the Usos out. Jacob and Royce start brawling, but then we get a super kick party and a 1D from the Usos on Royce, and then this is a lot. I know this is a lot. It was a big brawl. Then LA Knight gets up and joins the party. Basically, Knight's the only one left standing for his team, so the Usos and Jacob basically triple team him. Jacob puts him in a tongue and death grip, and the Bloodline, who are definitely clearly heels now, stand tall over the babyface team. I think this kind of turned them heel again, this beatdown. Because they've been faces-ish because of the cheers they've been getting, but I think this kind of turned them heel again, this whole brawl. Officially. You can't, the way this group's standing tall and the way they are distracting in the match like a heel would, you can't tell me they're not the bad guys in this feud. Solo, Royce, and Knight are the baby faces. Usos and Jacob are clearly the heels. But that was the end of the show. I don't really got any news tonight, other than I guess the Big Cass thing was kind of newsworthy, but we already talked about that on the show. That's the only real newsworthy thing is that we got him confirmed in the video. It was him himself. You saw his face. You heard him talking, and the date, August 3rd. As I said before, that date lands right on the Raw after SummerSlam. That's most likely when we're gonna see him return, which is like 2 weeks from now. So we're getting close. And that's really it. That's the real news. So I didn't see anything else. So kind of a slow news day. Maybe we'll have more tomorrow when I do my solo NXT review. I don't know.
Maybe.
So yeah, that's the rest of the week. The rest of the week, I'll be back for NXT tomorrow. We will be back Friday for SmackDown. There's no pay-per-view this weekend, but next week is SummerSlam week, so next week will be a busy one. But this week's pretty normal. Next week's the big one. But yeah, that's it. Anything you want to say?
Leave a comment down below. What is the best LA Knight match of your favorite? And I hope you like and describe.
I like that. The best LA Knight match. Ooh, that's a good one. I actually had to think about that. That's tough because he's out a lot. Probably won the U.S. title, honestly. That was really good. When he beat Logan Paul for the U.S. title, that was pretty good. Like that was 2 years ago. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
2-time U.S. champion. Still hasn't won that world title. Everyone wants to see him win. Yep. Classic LA Knight push. So, that's it, though.
Yep.
All right. I'll be back tomorrow for NXT. See you guys later. Peace.
Bye.